we're going to knock this thing out of the park. I was pretty.
Man, I love that bit of it back. I was just hoping that we could have gotten the whole thing and whatnot. Everything kind of pans out for us tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, I like having you up here. That's for sure. I'd like to have you for the rest. Is any new updates on the Corona front there, Doc?
Buddy, I have what is going on right now. I have been labeled as a non-essential, as they like to call us. Unfortunately, Swamp Fox, he's got the higher title on me right now. He's apparently an essential. I'm kind of hidden from all the other research that's being done. There's not really been a lot of talk around the university, around our department, as far as what's progressed or what's happened over the past week and a half since they kind of have been starting this COVID-19 research and work. But if I find something out, I'll be sure to let you all know. But yeah, unfortunately, there hasn't really been any sort of groundbreaking breakthroughs for this COVID-19, at least from where we're at. But I have heard, actually, they're allowing people to take that anti-malarial drug. I think it's, is it hydroxychloroquine? They're taking hydroxychloroquine. It's an anti-malarial drug, and that's actually being used, I guess, kind of as a surrogate to treat these patients who are undergoing treatment for the coronavirus. But yeah, dude, it's scary, man. It's only growing. It's growing at a rapid pace with the infections, and you know, it just sucks that people are dying from it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the whole exponential curve or whatever, exponential growth, and all that good. I mean, it's just hard, especially, you know, once, you know, 2 people get affected, then those 2 people infect 2 people, and then those 4 people infect, you know, and so on. But that's okay, Doc. You may not be essential at work, but you're essential to us here in the North American eRacing League. A cog in the broadcasting machine, all that good stuff.
I'd like to think that we're all essential. Everybody's essential. As long as you're trying to help other people and you're living for the betterment of society, then you are essential. So, but I appreciate it, Avenged. Yeah, dude. So tonight we've got ourselves. Are these guys? Are they qualifying yet?
Should be
Homestead, Miami. Believe they are. Oh, they're about to. Yeah, they're just about to head into this this qualifying lobby.
Oh, they're just heading in now.
Man. Yeah, they're heading in now for qualifying. I've pulled up a guy I was actually gonna kind of discuss here. That 14 machine, that black, red, and gray 14 of Captain Killam has been absolutely killing the competition. He's strung together a couple of wins now this season, and he's been on a roll. He's been on kind of a hot streak. You know, last year he was our Season 1, our inaugural season Cup Series points champion. Just barely missed out on a season championship, but this year still going strong. Definitely a guy. You know, he's been putting up a lot of consistent finishes, and he's been fast and winning. So it'll be interesting to kind of witness what Captain Killam has in store for these guys tonight.
Yeah, Killam's always one of those guys you got to keep your eye out for. I mean, he was strong and consistent last year. I believe he had 5 or 6 wins last year. And he's already racked up, 2 this year? I don't have the stats in front of me. I'm being a bad commentator. But anyways, another guy to look out for, he was bad fast here in the championship race. And that's the champion, Lieutenant Crunch. He's got this track figured out. I think it was only his second or maybe third win of the season last year. Um, but he was fast. He was fast here. Homestead definitely helped him out win the championship. So we'll see if he can't collect his first win of the season tonight. They still running that qualifying? Did you get invites, or do I need
Yeah,
to send you some?
I haven't gotten an invite yet, but I'm watching right now. They're on lap 2 out of 5 for this qualifying effort. But yeah, that's a good point there, Avenged. It feels like it's been so long ago since that first season came to a close, and seeing Lieutenant Crunch go ahead and take that inaugural season championship in the Cup Series. But you're absolutely right. I think that 88 is definitely going to have something for these guys tonight. He was able to make that car bad fast, and he definitely knows how to get around this track, that's for sure. But that's the thing with Homestead Miami. This track tonight there's going to be so many different lanes. I mean, people are going to be trying to use that high line. People are going to be using the mid line. Even some of them are going to be all the way down on the apron, right on that white chalk. So I mean, it's kind of a weird track. It's especially in the game. It's kind of a track that's kind of its own. I mean, it's somewhat of a plate track, I guess, because of the draft. But it's also kind of a mile and a half as well. The corners of this track are just so unique and different than any other track in this game.
Yeah, I kind of see it now. Obviously, it has a little bit more banking, but if you take Martinsville and you put it on your computer and you go into Microsoft Photos or whatever the heck it is, and then you hit you hit that zoom up to like 200%. You stretch that half mile track 3 times, well, I guess 300%, into that mile and a half, and I mean it's pretty much the same shape. It's just obviously stretched out and has more banking, but you're right, it's definitely not that typical mile and a half style or shape, and that makes the corners a little bit more sharper through here, and you should carry more speed on the straightaways, and that's where that draft's going to come into play, like you were talking about. I don't know. We were watching the Xfinity race last night, and I didn't. It looked like those guys stayed right on each other all night. Did you happen to catch any of that?
Honestly, I did not. I actually had been working a ton on some school stuff, and so I had to miss. I wasn't able to really watch, but I did hear a little bit about it as far as like Timmy Hill taking home the win for that race at Homestead, but yeah, it's
so about our Xfinity guys last night.
Oh, the Xfinity guys. Sorry. The Xfinity guys. No, I actually also missed that race. I missed the Xfinity race. I also did miss that the Pro Series, the Pro Invitational, whatever that was. But no, I was not able to see the Xfinity race. I know that there was a battle, from what I heard, between OG, who took my 01 ride and won with it, which I'm pretty pissed off about. Sorry, folks. Sorry for the language.
Are they done qualifying? Not to cut you off here, but
yeah, he is. Yeah, they have all finished qualifying. They're still in the official results screen, so they have yet to load.
We got a little bit of time. So your hatred for OG? What's that about?
I do not hate OG whatsoever. I just hate the fact that 01 is in victory lane and my name isn't on the damn winner's template. So, yeah, well, congrats to him, though, definitely. I mean, OG definitely showing that he's a force in the Xfinity Series early on in the season. But I know that the birthday boy today, Mac the Bread Man, had a heck of a battle with him there in those closing laps, and just ended up finishing second. I guess he couldn't get around OG, but from what I heard, it was
good finish. Mac the Breadman's one of those guys that's got a ton of experience in league racing, and we're glad to have him. He came on first with just the trucks because of his schedule. Trucks run once a week, and it was obvious that he could probably run Cup if his schedule allows it. But he's moved up to Xfinity. he's up there. I believe he's already won a race. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Maybe not. Anyways, he finished second last night. He put the moves on OG, but OG threw a timely block there and ended up getting the win. Are they still on that loading screen?
Yes, they are.
Are they on like the countdown, or is the clock moving?
Yeah, they have 34 seconds until they go ahead and join in.
Alright, cool. So we're not that far. Did you get invites yet, or do I need to send them?
I have just gotten invites from Gator Mike.
Awesome.
So our pole sitter tonight. Yeah, so right now the pole sitter is going to be, let's see. Let me see if I can scroll back to that. Big Jim in the 11 is actually going to sit on the pole for FPGM and Toyota. And on the outside row, a guy who's been really
Gator
good
said
this
we could
season.
join. Sorry.
Okay. Go ahead and join in then.
All right, let's load in here. All right, hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for sticking around through our ramblings during the pre-race show. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully I can get rid of that. But we got the Ecoboost 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. This track is usually reserved for the championship race. However, that's not happening here tonight. We're about coming up to about a third of the way through the schedule. I'm Avenged as always, and then join is my booth regular Doc Shocks. Doc, how you doing?
Doing good, buddy. How are you?
Hey, doing good, man. Apparently I have a cough that I need to look at.
Hey, 6 feet. 6 feet.
All right, so we join the action already in progress in your pole sitter, Big Jim, and that 11 Toyota Camry with brand new internet. Currently leading the way. He's got that 2 of Kevin behind him, but the 43 is Shadowhawk trying to battle on the outside here. Who's running fourth? I can't really tell.
Yeah, that's a new scheme. I'm not used to seeing that. It looks. Oh, that's the 48 of Max Boost in the camo scheme.
We're not going to be able to see him all night. We're not going to be able to see him. He's running camo.
Hey, he's ready. He's ready for war, man. After winning that championship, he's going to be coming up strong here.
Yeah, speaking of the championship, for Max Boost and that 48 camouflage car is fresh off of a MBN Cup Series championship. He is now the champion of that custom setup league, a league that draws a lot of prestige across the community. So congratulations to him on our official platform. But let's see if he can't do something with these guys here tonight in this preset league.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, right now, Big Jim, he's been able to put about a car length and a half on Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk's running that top lane, where Big Jim is really keeping her down towards the apron and then coming up the track and getting to drive off of the corners. We're going to have to see exactly what lane is preferred here tonight. I know you can make multiple lanes work, but we'll have to see with the tire wear and how these cars handle what lane is going to be the quickest as this race progresses.
I'll tell you what, so we got that Big Jim, and the 2 got in the wall there a little bit. He saves it. He should be fine. The 20 B-ball fan is currently putting them both under fire, and the 48 is going to be able to just drive off into the corner. But that 11 of Big Jim, he's been having a start and park it here for the past 2 or 3 races. He's with the whole Corona deal going on. He's had to go back to his parents. He's a college student. He stays in the dorms where they actually have decent internet, unlike what I have. So he's back at his parents' house while he's still in school full time. And he convinced his parents into getting the Xfinity internet out there. So I mean, he should be good to go. So not only is his speed fast on the track, but his internet's also fast. But he's currently under fire by the 43.
Yeah, the 43 is going to duck underneath him here going into 3, and he's going to try to get that drive. He's going to try to clear him. Oh, it looks like there almost was contact as they're still door-to-door all the way down the front stretch. It looks like the 43 is going to go ahead and lead that lap. But that 48, we can't see him right now, but I know he's there. He's coming real quick up on these 2 as they go ahead and they battle. He's going to try to take the nose underneath the 43, but he's going to fall right back behind him. But yeah, with the 11, he was able to recover there. It looked like that 43 had a run on him, but he was able to to still put some distance back on these two.
It looked like
him.
going into turn 1 there, that 43 hit the apron ever so slightly, and that's going to give the 11 a little bit of an advantage down the backstretch as the 48 is now taking advantage of this 43. And that 2 of Kevin's still hanging on strong, and don't look now, the 20 of B-Ball fan in the top 5.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there's another guy that's kind of just biding his time back here, and that's a 4 of Draven. Haven't really talked too much about him in the booth, but man, this guy is an absolute monster when it comes to NASCAR heat. You know, he's always a guy to look at as far as a contender for winning races in the championship. So don't be surprised that that 4 car kind of silently works his way through this field here of 5 and works his way up to the front.
Yeah, that 4 Draven, the runner-up finisher at Auto Club, just the last race that we had ran here in the North American eRacing League. He missed a couple races himself due to internet problems, so now he's back full-time. And I got to tell you, the talent in this field is insane. As we have the 48 of Max Boost currently looking underneath the 11 of Big Jim, coming around turn 3 and turn 4.
Yeah, it's... You know the talent in this league is pretty pristine when you got a guy who's vying for a. Oh, it looks like we have a caution actually.
Is it a caution? I think they're still. I think they're still.
I don't
green.
know what happened. My sound of my yeah, the whole sound everything just went basically slow speed. I don't know what that was all about. Pardon me. I thought that I was on Big Jim. I thought there was gonna be a caution.
Oh, now we do. Now we got one.
Okay. Yeah,
You
I
just
don't know what happened
talk about
there.
broadcasters curse. I think you maybe called it before it even happened. I'm not sure.
Did I do that?
I think you
did.
did.
I do that?
You told him to call it.
I have no idea how that happened.
Captain Kelm was slow in the back. I'm not sure what happened, but you got to think he was involved in that. But Doc Shock's out here calling his own cautions.
Man, yeah, it looked like him and Lieutenant Crunch actually had gotten into it and off the backstretch, and he ended up crunching his front end there, so he's going to have to bring her down pit road to get the necessary fixes to the vehicle. Probably these guys are going to probably want to come in and grab some tires and fuel to make it to the end of the stage. I think if they take fuel here, they should be good throughout the rest of stage 1. They should have just enough fuel if they take a full tank.
Alright, so we go back green here after our first caution for cause. The 48 of Max Boost currently leading this field. Cross the start-finish line and now going into turn 1 as that 11 of Big Jim is trying to battle back on the outside. But look at the 2 of Kevin surging up here side by side with the 43 for P3. He's going to stay on the outside. Let's see if Kevin can make up some ground here on the inside. Oh, and here comes the 11 of Big Jim looking underneath the 48. The Big Jim is not done. He said, I'm fast here too.
Yeah, he made that bottom line stick. And that 43 is going to make
a 3 wide. They're 3 wide. The 43 down the bottom. Shadowhawk, Big Jim, Max Boost, all going for the lead here at turn 1. Coming out of turn 2, and Max Boost is going to clear the 11. And it looks like he's going to clear both of them with the momentum down the backstretch.
Yeah, that high line, if you got a good run off, you're going to have all the momentum going down the backstretch and the straightaway. But man, I'll tell you what racing do we have going on here early, man? These guys taking it 3 wide, and we're not even through halfway of stage 1.
I got to remind the audience here, our Cup Series runs strict cautions. So 3 wide, yeah, it's risky just about anywhere you go on any settings. Is there a little bit of contact in the back? They all sorted out. The 48 makes contact with the 11, and around he goes on the backstretch. Hard contact. The 43's at the wall. Looks like the 4's in the wall as well. That's going to be our second caution here in stage 1.
It is.
Well,
and we were talking about aggression early, and unfortunately, you saw it there. That first 3 wide when Shadowhawk went underneath Big Jim to try to take the lead. They were able to make it work, but there's instances like this as well where things just don't pan out.
Well, you were talking about cautions when the first one came out, and a caution came out, and I was talking about cautions and the second one came out. So maybe we should just stop talking about cautions.
I think so. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Try to keep that yellow flag in the pocket there, flag man.
That's okay. Well, I guess it's a good time to talk about it even more before we start back. We're running strict cautions here tonight in our Cup Series. They've run it for the past 3 races, including this one. I mean, they've done a pretty good job with it. Maybe a little bit too aggressive here in Stage 1, and we'll see if they sort it out as the 11 of Big Jim is going to start this field off, heading to the line with the 2 of Kevin on the outside. And don't look now, the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch, your Season 1 champion, who won the race here last season. Obviously, because he was the champion. Currently running P3, putting Kevin under fire for P2.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of new faces up here towards the front. You got Steve-O in that 9 on the inside. You got the 3 of Wasted up top. The 88's going to go underneath Big Jim. Is he going to be able to get the run and clear him?
Oh.
Looks like there's a little contact in the back.
I'm not sure how they held it there. That's the 11 and the 88 are side by side, crossing the start-finish line. And it's just a hornet's nest behind these guys. Look at that.
Yeah, it's an absolute... I mean, you put a blanket over the field and you have no idea where anybody's at. Everybody's just side by side.
Still, that 88 is still hanging on to the 11 of Big Jim with the 9 of Steve-O running P3, and now they're 3 wide. Oh, it looked like they were 3 wide for P4. I was mistaken. So the 11 of Big Jim's really got that high line working, and the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch has got that, well, at least preferred, I think is preferred line down on the bottom. I mean, that just shows how fast that 11 is, your pole sitter here at Homestead.
Tell you what, that drive off of the corner on that high line just seems to be working for some of these guys. Big Jim, you saw it with Max Boost a little bit earlier when Shadow was trying to make it 3 wide. He just had that run on the top.
Oh, the 2 of Kevin got in the wall. He's falling to the back. How did nobody hit him? Wow.
That was insane. They were like 3 or 4 wide back there. It looks like, somebody gets put down to the grass.
Oh, jeez. Is he going to save it?
Is
it Mr. Williams?
It looks like it might be.
Oh, and he saves it. I don't know how he saved that.
Yeah, Mr. Williams gets put to the grass. Or they're still side by side up here as Lieutenant Crunch has just got a nose here on Big Jim. But Jim's going to try to use that high line to his advantage, get the drive off, and try to carry more speed down the front stretch. Going to settle in right behind him, it looks like.
Yeah, we got a new leader. Oh, the 11. Oh, it looked like he was going to be a little more aggressive there than he was. But we got a new leader here tonight, that 88 Lieutenant Crunch. He's going to take it over from the 11 of Big Jim. He's been fast here all night. He tried to come up in front of the 9 of Steve-O. Steve-O said, "No, sir, I'm already here." And then you got the 14 of Captain Killam quietly stalking back there. But talk about quietly stalking. That 1 of Joe, you already heard. Where'd he come from?
Exactly. I was just about to mention him in the Global Poker Monster Energy Chevrolet.
Oh my goodness! Sorry, the 11 drove it in there, but he let out of it.
Yeah, that's gonna stack up the 9 and that 14 of Captain Killam. But yeah, you already heard he's been quietly making his way towards the front, and also I'd have to say that 42 of Ronnie Mack. It looks
we
like
got a caution.
We've got a caution back here.
Third
Not
one
sure
in the
what
stage.
for.
I'm not sure either. No cars
Looked
are
like
too far off the pace.
No, it looked like a couple cars did get pushed below that white line, but
yeah, I'm not sure what that one was for. I wish there was like a medium, like there was a relaxed, there was a medium, and there was a strict. You caution. It feels like we need like a medium.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Especially for like the truck series, I think. You know.
Oof.
I think we need a medium.
Super relaxed for the truck series.
Pretty much. Even relaxed is not relaxed enough.
All right, well here we go, and Draven on pit road, somehow getting up to the front. Not sure if he took 2, 4, stayed out.
Not sure. We got Steve-O on the outside now, followed by you already heard in that 1 right behind him is Big Jim's going to take that low line. Oh, what am I doing here? I thought he was on the inside. My bad. I cycle through the field real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Crunch is right there. Crunch is... Oh, he puts the bumper to him as he's going to go to the low line, and it looks like it's going to put the 4 into the wall. Oh man, that's going to stack up all these cars right behind them. The 14, the 9, 42, everybody's bunched up back here. That's a 2-horse race here for the lead.
All right, as they come around turn 2, down the backstretch, the 11 of Big Jim and the 88 Lieutenant Crunch battling it out again. I think these guys are on the same strategy, maybe 4 tires, or if they took 2, they both did. I thought he was going to clear him there, but I'm not sure. The 88 is going to battle back on the outside.
And the 14, the Captain Killam's in the draft too, so he's going to try to get a run.
My work phone's ringing, so I'm on Big Jim. Good luck.
Try to pass him up top. As they're stacked back here, they got 3 wide. They got 3 wide back here. That 14 is just stalking the 88. He's going to go underneath Big Jim. Going to go right behind him. He's trying to figure out where to go right now. He wants to take the top line with Crunch. It seems to be working in the front stretch, but the bottom line just works so much better on the inside. As Crunch is going to be able to clear that 11, it looks like, on the top line. And the 14, he's not going to have any drafting help. Well, the 11 almost washed him up the track, but he's going to fall right in there behind that 88. Now we have a 3-car lead here, or a 3-car pack in front, followed by the 42 of Ronnie Mack, who's trying to catch this lead pack draft. The 88's going to get pushed up. The 11 of Big Jim's going to try to work that inside lane. I don't know if he's going to be able to get to him. It looks like the 88's going to be able to get the drive off. Oh, all three of these guys go low. The 88's going to be hung out to dry. It looks like we have another caution tonight. We have another caution. Not exactly sure what for. Doesn't really look like anybody's around. But this is going to be quite interesting. Who's going to pit? Who's not going to pit? You got to be thinking that these guys are probably going to stay out. Some of these guys might stay out. Some of these guys might come down pit road. I want to grab some tires. I know they're good on fuel, but the tires seem to be pretty important at Homestead, Miami. We're going to get some takers. We're going to get some people who stay out. See how this all shuffles out here with this restart.
Was that the stage or was that another caution?
It was just another caution, and I wasn't exactly sure what for. But the 88 and the 11 are still once again on the front row, followed by the 14 and that 42 of Ronnie Mack.
All right, well,
after that early caution, that 48 of Max Boost has actually made his way back up to the front.
How many laps do we have here in stage 1 left?
I will get that number to you as soon as they cross the stripe.
No problem. Yeah, I'd hate for this thing to start calling cautions for, not caution-worthy things, because it's done a pretty good...
Oh, there's a car...
Yeah, they all save it, though.
Bang off each other.
This guy's surprised they didn't throw a caution for that. How many laps?
We have 3 to go.
Oh, okay. All right, well, the action is, it's right here. And I mean, this top 5 are underneath a blanket. That's the 88 Lieutenant Crunch, who won here last season, currently leading the way, but he is under fire from that 14 of Captain Killam and the 11 of Big Jim on the outside. Let's get to a little bit. Oh, the 4 Draven's in the wall. Save it, Draven, save it.
In the wall.
All right, 2 to go.
A lot of the guys back there.
Everybody saved it. We got 2 to go here with the 88 still in the lead. The 14 running P3, but he's on the inside.
2 puts the bumper to the 48.
Oh, but he didn't go anywhere. That 11 of Big Jim's really tried to make the outside lane work. The 88 went up to block him, but he saw that he was already here. The 88 doesn't know where to go. The 14's there. Let's see if the 14 can't do something here. As the 11 puts the bumper to him, and look, watch out for this 42 as he slides into P3.
Yeah, Ronnie Mack is just coming out of nowhere.
Oh, they're 3 wide for second. The 42, the 11, and the 88 as Captain Killam leads that lap with 1 to go here in stage 1. My goodness, that 42's on a mission. He may have overdrove it there a little bit. He got tight. That 1 of you already heard should take that position away. And here comes the 2 of Kevin up to P3. P4. Sorry, Jim is hiding on my view.
That's going to shuffle Max Boost out of the points right there, out of the top 5.
Oh,
you got one corner left. Killam looks like he's going to get that drive off.
Yeah, Lieutenant Crunch not be able to get there just quite, and it's going to be Captain Killam that wins stage 1. Lieutenant Crunch P2, Big Jim P3, Kevin P4, and Ronnie Mac P5.
Yep. Man, that was some exciting racing there. Good, clean, exciting racing at the end of stage 1.
So I missed a few laps there. Anything that I should look out for here in stage 2?
For the couple laps that I had on the broadcast, it just a random cautions, and that's pretty much the summary of it. Not really knowing exactly what happened. Nobody seemed to get turned around. No one seemed to smack the wall too hard. So I'm just wondering exactly where some of these cautions are coming from. But
that's a tough question to have when you rely on the game to call the cautions for you. But here we go, stage 2. The 14 of Captain Killam leading the way here. You got the 2 of Kevin down the inside behind him, the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch on the outside, trying to make something happen. And watch out for the 11 of Big Jim. He's been fast all night.
Yeah, he is. That two of Kevin is just finding his way right through the field. He's pushing in there door to door.
They're 3 wide per second. Oh my goodness. It gets sorted out a little bit, but then the 88 puts it. They're 4 wide.
Oh, they're contact.
Oh, it looked like they were 4 wide.
Oh, they saved it. There was a little bit of contact there between Crunch and the 11 of Big Jim, but they were able to keep her straight and carry on there. But they're 3 wide back here for around 6th place. Is that 2 of Kevin 1.0? He's going to be on the top lane. He's going to try to catch the draft and try to make a run to get around that 11 for P2.
All right, it's that 14 and Captain Killam. It's just like, hey, you guys go back there and battle with each other. That's fine with me. I'm just going to drive away here a little bit.
The 2 kissed the wall. That's going to push the 88 into the 42 of Ronnie Mac, and he's going to lose a ton of momentum.
Oh, they were 3 wide there for a second for the lead, but the 88 or for second, the 88 backed out there for smartly so. But you got the 2 running the Kyle Larson line up there up top, trying to get the momentum down the backstretch.
Yeah, I got to think, are these guys trying to save a little bit of tire going up that high?
I'm not sure.
Early on in stage 2.
As we have a caution. For the 48 and the 20 in the back, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like the 48 of Max Boost and that 20 of KU B-Ball fan must have had some sort of bumper-to-bumper contact.
Well, now it's a perfect time to grab your...
Yes, let me go ahead and snag a Budweiser.
I was going to say, let's just say that it was a Dale Jr. sponsor, and then it went over to Casey Kane. But if you want to sponsor us, Budweiser's the king of beers. It's the smoothest, most refreshing American ale on the market. I think you're owned by a German company now, but that's okay.
Still tastes good to me. As we're starting right up back here in stage 2, as the 14 of Captain Killam is on the inside and the 11 of Big Jim is right there on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and
and there
see
goes.
If these guys try to make any moves early.
Yeah, the 2 of Kevin. He's been running the top 5 all night now. Don't sleep on Kevin. He's one adjustment away from being getting out front and trying to run away from these guys.
I tell you what, Avenge, that car can run the bottom, it can run the top, it can run the middle. Kevin 1.0 can put that car anywhere he wants on this track, and it'll be fast. So, just definitely going to be intrigued to see his ability to kind of get up towards the front. He might actually win this thing.
Yes, he's pushing that 14 of TJR teammate down the front stretch. Oh, and he got underneath him. 4 wide, down 5 wide.
They're not going to be able to make that work if Big Jim gets put in the wall.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
They're still 3 wide. They're still 3 wide up here for second. The 12 of K-Bart to the lead.
The 12 of K-Bart? Where did he come from?
I tell you what.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man,
88's
he's
on the
taking
apron back here.
advantage.
They're still 3 wide banging off of each other. The 43 of Shadowhawk, the 14 of Kill 'em, and the 1 of You Already Heard's on the
I'm having
Man, you think they're at
PTSD.
Talladega right now.
Oh, they're still 3 wide back here. My goodness.
Yeah, they are. That absolutely killed Big Jim. Big Jim had to got shuffled all the way to the back, and it looked like he actually lost the draft, but he was able to kind of get back up and into contention here with the rest of the field. But, yeah, they're still 3 wide, man. It's 3 wide everywhere. Put a blanket over the whole field.
The 42 put the 2 in the wall just a little bit, but they were going into the corner, so he didn't lose it a little bit. They're 4 wide there for a second.
4 wide.
Oh, and it's back down to 3. Oh, the 88 didn't see the 2. Oh, he's in the wall. The 42's involved. The 3, the 32, the 10. Just about everybody.
Yeah. Wasted Gator Mike. They're spinning off here in the backstretch.
Oh, man.
10 of Mr. Williams. Oh, man.
I'm surprised after so many cautions there in stage 1, they didn't just say, all right, let's just calm down and race how we know how to race. It seems like the intensity has picked up tenfold. We were talking about exponential growth earlier, and I think we're seeing it here on the track tonight.
Yeah, man, you're absolutely right, Avenge. These guys, they're not being as patient as we're normally used to seeing. That's for sure. With the strict cautions, I feel like some of these guys have kind of upped their intensity and their aggressiveness. And even though it makes for some great racing, it also produces a lot of these cautions. So it looks like everybody's probably going to go ahead and head down pit road here to fill up and go ahead and put 4 new Goodyears on the old vehicle. So we're going to actually have that 2 of Kevin leading the field with Shadowhawk here on the outside as they come to the stripe and the restart.
And you're right, that 2 of Kevin is starting P1, coming down into turn 1 here. And he is in that Miller Lite holiday scheme. He's got a big old snowflake on the front there. Do you think he's using this before the temperatures heat up? Maybe this is his last chance to put that cold scheme on his car?
I think you're right. I mean, he just wants to put his competition on ice, it seems, tonight.
Hey.
Being able to make every single line work. He can work the top, the bottom. Oh, he looks like he's going to wash up into the wall, and that's going to open up the door for Shadowhawk and the 43 to get underneath him. And he cut right across the nose of K-Bart, and that's going to slow him up. So that Shadowhawk and the 43 is going to get there. The 2 is going to put the bumper to him as they go into 1.
I'll tell you what, that 43 of Shadowhawk, he's fast, no doubt, but any chance that he gets to pick up a position, he is not going to fail to make a move on it, that's for sure, as he made a clean but aggressive move there to take the lead here in stage 2.
Definitely avenged. All of these guys, I mean, the 43, the 2, the 12, the 11. The 11 of Big Jim's already in the top 5 after getting shuffled after that 4 wide there, getting shuffled to
the
the
4's
back.
in the wall back here.
Yeah,
the 20's involved a little bit. I don't know how they all saved it. They were 3 wide at that point, too.
Oh, man, the 19 of NR Lewis just went right up the track. I was hoping he was going to save it. It looked like he did. It looks like the 12 of K-Bart's going to duck underneath the 2 of Kevin 1.0. He might be able to get the drive off here on that low line and make the pass for P2.
All right, and there goes K-Bart off to P2, like you're saying, racing against his Team Penske teammate. Not TJR teammates, but that's okay. I guess, K-Bart, when you rewatch this race. The 1 of You Already Heard is all over the back bumper. 12. Oh, the 11 got loose. The 12, the 48. And somebody, my goodness.
They're all going to save it. They're all going to save it.
In the
Looked
world?
like the 88, too.
And don't look now, the 48 of Max Boost has made his way back up to, what, P4, P5?
Yep, P4, P5. Big Jim's right up there, too. Crunch is up there as well. Ronnie Mac, the 14. The whole crew who was leading this race earlier on is all stuck here between around 4th through 7th place. So they're just trying to pick some of these guys off and get themselves up to the front as this 43 has put a sizable lead on this field early.
Oh no, the 11 into the 20 into the 14. Oh, the 2 collects him, the 4 collects him again. He's flipping on the backstretch.
The 4 is flipping.
Big Jim's dead. R.I.P.
Yeah, KUV ball fan on the 20 also has some damage. He's going to have to bring that 20 down pit road for some repair.
That 43 Shadowhawk is not happy about this caution.
No, he is not. He had a heck of a lead on the field. It was at least 8 to 10 car lengths.
Yeah, because as you pointed out, he was absolutely pulling away. He loved seeing that 3 wide behind him. He was gone. And then here we go. How many laps do we have here in stage 2?
I can tell you that here in a second. They're right now on their yellow flag.
No problem. Oh, man.
Pit cycle here, so we'll get a view of this here in a second.
All right, Big Jim, all the way to the back.
Yeah, Gator Mike pitted and picked up 14 spots on that restart. He's going to start on the front row with Shadowhawk.
Do you think he just took a splash of fuel or something?
He might have.
Well, either way, there they go down into turn 1. You got the 43 of Shadowhawk leading the way, the 32 of Gator Mike on the outside, but you got that 48 of Max Boost on the inside.
Oh,
There, contact.
Gator
How
Mike
did they
is getting a foot in the wall.
save it?
They all missed it.
How did everybody miss that? He must, I don't know. Did Gator only take 2 or did he take none? Anyways,
I have no idea.
the 48 of Max Boost. He's side by side with the 43. He's going to clear him off the corner. New leader, Max Boost. I believe this is going to be the first lap he's led all night here late in stage 2. How many laps did you say? I'm sorry.
We now have 15 to go. 15 to go in stage 2.
15 to go, and Max Boost is also one of those guys that's missed a couple races this season, but that's due to his prior commitments with MBN and some pro racing stuff. But he needs these points just as bad as Big Jim and Draven as they're out here racing tonight. So a stage win would go pretty far for Max Boost.
Yeah, we were talking about our two guys before the race, the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch and the 14 of Captain Killam. And both of these guys are stalking Max Boost here at second and third. Veteran drivers just finding their way up to the front. No matter what happens, they always seem to overcome adversity and work their way back into contention.
Like I say, Draven got in a little bit of contact again there on the backstretch. He dipped down low, but then saved it, and he kept up the speed and everything. But Doc, do we see the raging Draven coming out tonight, or you think he's going to be pretty calm?
The Raging Draven. I've never heard that one before, but that may have to be a new nickname here in the booth. I like that. I like that event. It's beautiful.
I can't take credit for it before you move on. He changed the name to it at one point. But anyways, go ahead. I'll take credit for it if you want me to. I'm kidding.
So Draven is the one who called himself the Raging Draven?
Well, somebody gave him the nickname like 2 seasons ago.
Oh, okay.
And he retired it, but he brought it back and whatever. Anyways, the Raging Draven.
Right, well, the Raging Draven is alive and well here tonight. But yeah, I mean, he's. I'll be interested to see if he can work his way back here up through the field. It looked like the 42 of Ronnie Mack.
Oh, the 20 of Bebo fan in the wall hard.
Yeah, he's. I think that's going to cause a caution.
Yeah, and a car went around the back too. The 2 of Kevin got involved in that somehow.
Yeah, he did.
So we're gonna have like what 7-ish laps to go once they restart, maybe 8, 9.
I'd say probably like 8 or 9 laps to go. They got 12 to go now coming to the line, so I'd say probably like 9.
Yeah, 9 or 10. In stage 2. So I mean, if you thought it was intense before, it's about to get even bigger if that's even possible.
Yeah, now it's time to figure out who's gonna pit, who's not gonna pit. I mean, I think he got to come to pit road right now. I mean, with strict cautions on, and even though some of these guys, you know, their tire wear on their right sides is probably only down like 5%, you still got to think those fresh tires are going to be king here as we get into the closing laps of the stage.
All right. I'm not sure if you can see who pit or not, but we still got the same order.
Mr. Williams, Steve-O are the first ones who actually pitted, and they're, I think, in row 4, row 5 here. So,
keep an eye out on them because we know tires definitely matter here at Homestead, Miami. But you got the 48 of Max Boost sailing it off into turn 1 with his TJR teammate Captain Killam right behind him.
Yeah.
The 88!
Wow.
How did the 88 get loose off of turn 2? But Mr. Williams, look at Mr. Williams. He's got using those fresh tires.
Williams out of nowhere. He's coming up through the field on the inside, following Big Jim's lead. You got K-Bart on the high side. Oh, looks like they get a little squirrely there.
Oh, he checked up there a
little
little bit.
Car's in the wall. There's a car in the wall. They're sliding to the track. The 42 of Ronnie Max around. The 37
Oh
of
my
Swamp
goodness, this
Fox
got
is
to be a
around.
caution.
Oh, it's definitely a caution, yeah. And it looks like the 19 of NR Lewis also, as well as the 43 of Shadowhawk, were both collected in that incident. So here we go again. You know,
this is going to further work out for Mr. Williams in that second car that had pit that you mentioned, because now those front guys are like, my tires are 2 laps older. Do I come down? Well, Mr. Williams and the rest of them it's Steve-O. They're staying out now.
Yeah, I'd say Mr. Williams, Steve-O, Draven. I don't know exactly how much damage you already heard got into or from that incident, but definitely those guys. You know, as long as they stay out, if their cars are all right, they don't have any damage, they can definitely pick up some spots here. Or, you know, even if the other guys, if the leaders stay out who haven't pitted, they'll definitely have fresher tires, so they should have more speed, especially on corner exit.
And all these guys up here stay out, I'm assuming. As we're going to go green with what, about 3 laps to go, something like that? Maybe 4?
We are going to go green with... We have 4 laps to go.
All right, so here we go. Max Boost, Captain Killam, K-Bart, Lieutenant Crunch, and Big Jim, all on slightly older tires than Mr. Williams, who pit that last caution. Let's see if he can't put something together here as we have 3 to go at the line, as they are 3 wide back here. Mr. Williams through the middle, passing K-Bart. He's all over the back. The track. Here comes Big Jim down the back. Oh, the one got into the 12. They're 4 wide.
Killam got put in the wall as well as they're on the inside.
Oh my goodness! Three laps to go here.
Save it.
Big Jim battling on that inside there, trying to get everything out of his car. A little bit of contact with the 12. Mr. Williams.
Contact. They're 3 wide back here, all like 3 rows deep.
We got the 3, they got the 32 and the 12, 3 wide back there. As the 11 of Big Jim sends it into turn 3. Mr. Williams right behind him. Let's see who's running P1, P2. Max Boost.
Yeah, Max Boost.
Currently,
Max Boost and Crunch is right behind him.
2 to go here at stage 2.
Here we go. We got about 3 wide on back here, though. Man, it's a heck of a battle.
Oh, contact between the 32 and the 43. Gets up to that 20. Somehow he saves it.
All these guys are trying to get to that 3
machine. The 3 gets to the wall. Hard contact. That's going to be a caution. That's going to be your stage. Half the field's wrecking. My goodness.
Yeah, everybody wanted that last 5th position that Wasted was holding on to. And he ended up getting doored, it looked like, there in the backstretch and got turned around and caused a whole bunch of mayhem back there. But yeah, wow. For the stage 2, you're going to end up having Max Boost. And that 48 just missed stage point, finishing P6 in stage 1. He's going to get a stage victory here in stage 2. Got the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch. He's going to go ahead and take that P2 spot, followed by Big Jim in the 11. And then I also believe it's going to be Mr. Williams. That pit strategy paying off for him in that 10, going to pick up some stage points. And rounding out the top 5, that number 32 of Gator Mike. So a couple of new faces up here towards the front, getting some stage points.
Now Gator's had a little bit of momentum here lately as he won Auto Club.
Gator.
Oh, Gator. As here we go. The 88 of Lieutenant Crunch leading the field. Somehow on pit road he got past the 48. I'm not sure. We're not privy to that information. But I guess the pit crew on the 88 was better than his Hendrick teammate in the 48. Either way, the 48 is now looking underneath the 88 going into 3. This is to start stage 3 here as Max Boost, your stage 2 winners, battling it out with the season 1 champion for the lead coming out of 4. And your pole sitter, Big Jim, currently running P3, waiting for one of these guys to mess up to take advantage. P4, still Gator Mike. He's back there battling with P5, Mr. Williams. Oh, they're going to be... Oh, I thought Big Jim was going to take that run there.
He got a little loose. Yeah, the 88 Crunch got a little bit loose there going on that corner entry, and he's going to lose a little bit of speed, and that's going to stack up a lot of these guys as the 11 and the 32 and the 42 here are all 3 wide for 3rd place.
And there goes Gator Mike and that 42 of Ronnie Mack off the battle, their battle for P3. But Big Jim in the 11 is not done yet. Oh, my goodness.
Ronnie Mack coming out of nowhere right now. He got back up to P3. He's going to be followed by Gator Mike, who's going to try to duck underneath him. Shadowhawk in the 43, after getting into some of those incidents early on, he's making his way back up to the front. So he's going to try to put a pass here on the 11 of Big Jim for 5th place.
I gotta tell you, I've been watching the 11 of Big Jim a lot tonight, partly because he's fast, but the other part is because he qualified on the pole, and that's where the camera put me. But it looks like he may have over-adjusted the car here early in stage 3 anyways. He doesn't quite look as stable as he had all race. That might be something that we need to watch going forward.
Yeah, definitely. You got to think of what kind of pit strategies these guys have, what kind of adjustments they've done to their tires, and as the race progresses, these cars do change. So, different lines that you're racing, different driving styles.
Yeah, see, you got loose off of 2 there.
He's definitely having trouble on corner exit. He's getting really loose on corner exit. So he's going to have to make an adjustment or something to kind of get that car a little bit more stable underneath him. Looks like the 14 of Cat Gillen's going to be able to make that pass. Never mind, he's going to fall in right behind the 11. But the 43 making a pass there on on Gator Mike there for P4. He's going to try to make his way up here to Ronnie Mack in the 42. As we got a 3-car lead here, or a 3-car pack here for the lead.
Oh, that 3 Oasis in the wall back there. I think everything will be just fine and everybody keep it rolling. But you were right to call out this 43 of Shadowhawk. He is fast everywhere we go, and he is not afraid. Oh, never mind. It was a caution for a car getting in the wall.
They're going to call that a caution there for Wasted getting in the wall.
Yeah, see, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, me neither.
We need like a medium. I don't know, I already said it, but we need somewhere in between that.
Yeah.
Somewhere in between that and then like 4 cars wrecking and them not causing a caution during relaxed. Like we need some median ground there.
Yeah, something that that's more realistic.
Shoot, give us the ability.
Yeah, man.
To call the caution.
I'll put Swamp Fox in the booth. Actually, no, he'll be asleep.
Yeah, he just won't call any. All right, well here we go with that phantom caution, I guess you would like to call. NASCAR's popular for him anyways. The 11 of Big Jim now leading the way. The 88 of Lieutenant Crunch behind him with the 48 on the outside. With the 42 of Roddy Mack. Now, don't sleep on him. He's been up here all night running in the top 5 to 7. If he gets the right break here, he might be a contender for the lead. The Gator Mike, once he's got past like P7, he's been hanging with these guys up here.
Yeah, he definitely has. As long as these guys avoid some of the cautions, or avoid some of the carnage, rather, they can definitely hold their own up towards the front. But being up front is where you want to be. Obviously, back here, you get caught up in all the messes. Ronnie Mack is actually going to catch the wall. He's going to fall back to the back of the pack here. You're going to have the 11 still holding a decent lead on the 48 and the 88 as they're too wide here for P2.
I gotta say, a car that I'm a little bit disappointed in. Well, maybe disappointed may be too strong of a word, but a little surprised in is that 19 of NR Lewis driving that Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing and FPGM. He's been one of those guys is that another caution? For what?
I have no idea for what. What reason was that a caution?
Okay, all right.
I was telling you after when you had taken your booth break, these phantom cautions are definitely something to be watching out for tonight because it seems like we can't get away from them. Not exactly sure what happened, what's going on, but you got to be thinking some of these guys towards the front are getting frustrated by it, especially after Shadowhawk had basically like a 9-car length lead on the field, having a phantom caution come out and really ruining his opportunity to stay out front for the longevity of that stage.
Yeah, maybe Homestead is just one of those tracks that they need to revisit with their programming because the last 2 races that we ran was excellent, in my opinion, anyways. But this seems a little overzealous.
Telling you what, the Cup Series here tonight might actually outdo the Truck Series in cautions.
Oh man, we should have had somebody counting.
Yeah, right. We need Big Jim. He might actually have a counter in his car right now.
He might.
So we'll have to go and catch up with him after the race, and hopefully the 11's got something for us.
He just might. Well, shoot, if he goes ahead and wins this thing, maybe that'll be your question in victory lane.
Yeah, but that might be. That probably will be my question there eventually. I'll ask him if he's got a ticker for us or some sort of count.
Well, I guess I won't ask it then. Anyway. But now he got the 48 battling on the outside here. It looks like he's going to have a monster run coming out of 4. He's going to clear the 11 with the 88 all over his back bumper. I feel like that 88 shoved him through that corner.
Yeah, both the 88 and the 48. Oh, the 11's going to dive him in deep right here on crunches. He's going to try to push him up the track. He's not going to be able to get that run that he wanted as the 43 is going to fall in underneath him. Oh, they're side by side, 32 and the 43. 43 is going to kind of
here
fall
comes
back.
Gator Mike putting the pressure on that 11 of Big Jim. Currently side by side through the corner. This is for P3. Gator
I swear,
Mike has
man.
got some gumption here halfway through the
I,
season.
after hearing the Gator doubter for so many times and seeing his comments on the league broadcast, for season one, the inaugural season, it really seemed like Gator Mike was the slowest car in the field. I honestly I honestly didn't know if he even had speed. But now tonight, and even in the past few races, he's definitely been showing that he does in fact have some speed in that 32. So yeah, very surprised, pleasantly surprised to see Gator Mike up here running very strong. Keeping up with the likes of Max Boost and Crunch and Kevin 1.0 here as we get into the late laps of this race.
Yeah, and that 32 showing speed, just like you're saying, but another car showing speed. That 88 Lieutenant Crunch showing you why he was the Season 1 champion just a few months ago right here at this track, Homestead, Miami, where he drove away from the field and won the championship in dominating fashion here. And here he is leading the MBN champion, Max Boost, as we're about halfway through Stage 3, right?
Yeah, we have about 36 laps to go, so we've got some laps to put down. But
yeah, that's not too many. As Gator Mike is now battling for P2. He's got it. He's clear. Watch out for Gator Mike here. He is surging to the front. See if he can't catch old Sir Champion.
Tell you what, the world is definitely ending. I had no idea that 32 could even be fast, and right now we're seeing Gator Mike do things that Gators can't usually do. I'm definitely, like I said, pleasantly surprised to see this unfolding.
And he's catching that 88. I don't know, man. Maybe he the new car number, new paint schemes. He has more than two to choose from. Has motivated him to. Oh, he sends it into turn 3. He's not going to get him, but he is on a mission.
Now, tell you what here. I mean, we got when Gator Mike got his win there. You got to think that Captain Killam, after kind of getting moved out of the way there, finishing P2, he might put the bumper here to Gator Mike if it comes down to it here in this race at Homestead. He might try to move old Gator out of the way for a win.
We'll have to, there's a car
underneath him.
The 37 of Swamp was wrecking in the back. He saved it. I have no clue how he saved that car. Kudos to him on that one. No caution called.
Hope he didn't fall asleep.
I don't know. He saved it pretty well. Nice save to Swamp there. Nice job. So I circle back around. B-Ball fan was involved in that one too. But no caution, which is a surprise because the computer's been calling the cautions all night. Let's get to that 88. That was a good view. There we go.
The 88's still going to lead the pack as these 5 cars have really kind of distanced themselves from the rest of the field. The 43 of Shadowhawk still being able to stay here in contention after kind of working his way through the mayhem back there a few laps ago. Looks like Gator Mike's going to get pushed up to the top lane, and they're side by side now for P2 as Captain Killam's going to go underneath them. I don't know if he's going to be able to clear him here coming out of 2, though.
And they are still side by side as the 14 of Captain Killam taking it to that 32 of Gator Mike for P2. And then right behind those guys, Gator Mike in the wall.
The 32 gets in the wall.
He's going to lose all of those positions. All of those hard-fought positions gone in one exit of a corner. But right behind that 14 of Captain Killam, you got the 48 of Max Boost battling with the 43 of Shadowhawk back there for P3. And slowly creeping into our picture. Oh, never mind. That's still Gator. He recovered nicely. Nice recover by Gator Mike there to not lose too much time.
Yeah, he's going to have to catch the draft, though, because these front 3 cars are kind of linked up here. The 43 of Shadowhawk, I'm very interested to see why he's going to the high line if the rest of these guys are in the draft together, but he's still able to make it work. It looks like he's able to take that high line. All these guys go low. He gets the run off of the corner, and then he picks up their draft going down the straightaways, and he's able to carry so much momentum to catch up to this back. Looks like he touched the wall there, though, coming out of 4, though. But he's going to go side by side with Max Boost for P3.
That 14 of Captain Killam put the little bit of a bumper there to turn 3 to 4 on Lieutenant Crunch. Now these guys, even though not on the same team, they've been racing league races with each other for a very long time. If there's 2 drivers in this field besides Killam and Draven, it's Killam and Crunch that know each other better than any other 2 drivers out here. So it'll be really curious to see if Captain Killam will put a move on his old league racing comrade. How many laps to go
what
do
they
we have?
needed.
Sorry.
At the moment, we now have 29 laps to go. But these guys, if they had burner accounts, they got to have Lieutenant Killam and Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch might be taken, but I agree with you. Oh, that 14 could have dove it under there if he wanted it.
Yeah, the 43 is battling here with the 48 for P3. These guys are going to have to work hard together to kind of get back up towards the front. Looks like these two cars have really kind of put some distance here on third through fifth.
I don't know if this is what they're doing, but it looks like that 14 is content on pushing that 88 just a little bit. That way they can separate themselves a little bit.
You're exactly right, Avenge. These guys are just trying to work together. I mean, I think that's exactly what the 43... Well, even though the 43 is really aggressive, I think that him and Max Boost, Max isn't going to challenge him. He's just going to settle in behind him and try to put more distance on the rest of this field, battling 2 wide, 3 wide back here. So we had a car, I think that was the You Already Heard, that went flying off at turn 4, getting extremely loose.
I gotta say, being up here in the booth, watching a lot of races that you've already heard as... Oh, it was 43 got loose. You already heard Ray, and he definitely sets his car up for a little bit of a shorter run, and he goes just as loose as he can handle it. And then when these long runs happen, he tends to get really loose off the corner. But now it's a 3-car battle for the lead here with the 88 Lieutenant Crunch battling that 14 of Captain Killa, but now the 48's involved, and the 43's not that far behind.
Yeah, as long as these guys stay in the draft, they're going to be able to basically make it a 4-horse race, barring any phantom cautions.
Yeah, I sure hope they're done with that one. That's the 42 of Ronnie Mac hard into the inside wall in the backstretch. There might be a caution here. I mean, that was hard contact. That's it.
That might be the caution. Yep, that is the caution.
See, that's what strict cautions should be. Now, don't get me wrong. It was just a 1-car deal, but that's the reason for strict cautions, because if 1 car wrecks like that in real life, a caution gets called. There shouldn't be, a car brushed the wall and a caution comes out. I'll get off my horse. What were you about to say?
No, I was just going to say, these guys up towards the front, they were working so hard and working so well together. Really, that front pack, they had put a lot of distance on the rest of the field, and now they're going to have to kind of battle it out side by side on this restart. So we're going to have to see who catches the wall, who's going to get shuffled back, if they're going to be able to hold their position, will they be able to make some moves. We're coming down to, I would imagine, about 25 to go here, so these guys probably going to go ahead and stop for fuel or stop for some tires.
All right, here we go. Back green is at 88 of Lieutenant Crunch. Currently leads the field here. Going down into turn 1, that 14 of Captain Killam on the outside. Got the 43 of Shadowhawk trying to battle past this 48 of Max Boost. With the 11 of Big Jim, he's got a resurgence here. He was your pole sitter. So don't forget, he's fast. As he down times to 3 wide down into 3. Big Jim does not care about the strict cautions, as they are still 3 wide for P3. He's going to clear the 43. Now he's just got to worry about that 48.
Well, I tell you what, Avenge, I think he remembered what happened with Shadowhawk, I think in stage 1, when he went below Big Jim and took him 3 wide in the corner halfway through the stage. So the 11
Big Jim into the 48.
Maybe some payback.
The 32, 48, 43. Oh, my goodness.
Gator Mike's going to get under him, and it looks like he's going to be able to get in front of that 48. He's trying to make his way up to P3.
Oh, that 19 getting the wall back there?
Looks like 19's all right. They're still going here. Yep, 19 just hit the wall. Looks like coming off of 4. So you have a 3-car pack here for the lead. Make it a 4-car pack with Gator Mike coming in right behind him.
All right, yeah, Gator Mike definitely up here on a mission to prove that he's just as fast as anybody else in this league. But you got Lieutenant Crunch up there defending his Homestead win and his championship this season. You got the 14 of Captain Killam running P2. He's been fast just about everywhere we've gone. And the 11 of Big Jim, a resurgence for the season. Brand new internet, and he's trying to show you that he can drive just as fast as his internet speed.
Yeah, that 32 I've heard is fueled by doubters. So, and he's going to actually get into the 43 of Shadowhawk. He got loose coming off of 2. That's going to push the 43 down to the apron. He's going to lose a little bit of track position.
Oh man, that 43 must have been a doubter.
He must have been a doubter. You know, it just fueled Gator now to P4. Because that 48's going to stalk him there for that position. He's going to try to get around him.
Oh, and here comes the 14, making a move on that 88 down in the 1, and the 11 of Big Jim's just waiting for a mistake. He's back here stalking like a tiger, like the Tiger King that's all over Netflix right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, excuse me if I used that wrong. I haven't watched it yet. But anyways, there goes the 14. He's down on the inside of the 88, but we've seen that 88 make the outside lane work here tonight. Let's see if he can't make a run here on the front stretch.
Yeah, we got Captain and Crunch.
Oh, this will be a good view. Sorry.
Yeah, these guys are just battling out side by side. No line really is preferred here. I mean, obviously with the draft you get a little bit more help, but looks like the 11 is going to try to go low. Now he's going to go back up high. Max Boost is going right behind him.
Right back down to the 14. He's going to push the 14 down into the corner. My goodness. Oh, the 14 overdrove the corner. A little bit of contact with the 88, and the 14 is going to clear the 88 out of turn 4. The 11 got really loose. The 88 got in the wall there a little bit. It's going to slow the 43, but here comes the 48. He's going to check up on that 11. And Gator Mike is actually back there stalking, waiting for a wreck to happen.
Yeah, the doubters are feeling that car to victory tonight. Oh, the 43 gets way really loose. 48 had to kind of maneuver around there. He looked like he may have gotten a little bit loose, but yeah, I think that kind of slowed Gator up there, but he's going to try to battle back here on the outside for P4.
Ooh, the 88 barely cleared the 11. Now he's going to have to set his sights on the 14. The car that's been riding behind him for most of the stage now, he's got to pass him. As he goes into the inside, a little bit of contact there between them. My goodness, sends the 14 up the track. I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but the results are still the same, as the 14 is going to have to battle back here as the 43 got really loose off of turn 2.
Yeah, he definitely crunchitized that captain, and he ended up making his way right up to P1. And the 11 of Big Jim is still stalking. That Tiger Hunter is right there on the prowl.
Oh, and there's the 11 of Big Jim. He may have took some notes from the Captain Crutch. I mean, dang on it. I knew I was going to do it. Lieutenant Crutch, this is all your fault. They're side by side for the coming out of 2. And then you got the 48 of Max Boost right behind him with the 14 of Captain Kill him on the outside. He's going to push that 88, but Big Jim is not done here battling for FBGM. He's going to dive it down deep into 3. The 88's going to miss the corner there just a little bit. He's not clear. That 11 is driving that car hard.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he loosened her up, that's for sure. And it probably has a little bit more speed, but it's not as stable as it used to be, as you alluded to earlier, Avenged. But I'll tell you what, that 48 is content just following that 11 around this entire track. It seems like whatever line the 11 takes, that 48 is going with him.
I'll tell you who's not content following the 11. That 14 of Captain Kill him. The first second he got to shuffle out the 11, he took it. And he's going to have to check up mid-corner here. Looks like he drove it in a little bit too hard, but they're still... Oh, the 11 had...
Contact.
Looks like they had met in the middle there a little bit. The 48's going to push his TJR teammate, the 14, down the front stretch. Is that a caution?
There's going to be another caution here with 12 to go.
Looks like B-Ball fan was involved again. I'm not sure who else. I'm going to take off to the little boys' room if you would like to fill in.
I'll go right ahead. I was just going to say that I'm just kind of shocked right now with KU B-Ball fan. He's definitely been a guy who's run up towards the front pretty much every single race that I've witnessed, and haven't really seen him up towards the front tonight. So I'm definitely going to be interested to see if he can actually make some moves here within probably the last 10 laps of this race to get himself a good finish and maybe even contend. But I'll tell you what, these guys up front tonight, Lieutenant Crunch, Captain Kill'em, the 11 of Big Jim, obviously the 48 of Max Boost, Gator Mike, very surprising tonight. And even the Kevin 1.0 in that 2 and the 43 of Shadowhawk, all these guys definitely up towards the front have a shot tonight. As we're going to go ahead and, as they come to the line, got the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch on the inside, the 11 of Big Jim on the outside going into 1. The 88's going to get a heck of a run on that restart. He's going to be able to put some distance between him and second. Looks like Captain Killam's going to go ahead and take P2 as they're they're side by side down the backstretch. Him in the 11 a Big Jim.
All right, here we go. Your Season 1 champion, Lieutenant Crunch, currently leading the field with the 11 of Big Jim, your pole sitter running P2, but the 14 of Captain Kilm's going to take that position away from him, or at least try to on the front stretch. How many laps to go do we have?
From what I had seen... Oh, I got to go back.
That's all right. Lights Out in the chat said it's either going to be Gator or Big Jim for the win.
Gator or Big Jim, that is a bold statement, I'll tell you that right now.
It is. I don't think Big Jim, don't get me wrong, he's been fast all night, but he hasn't led any laps at stage 1, and Gator Mike, I don't think has led a single lap, but hey, you only got to lead the final one. That's it. You only got to lead one.
Yeah, these guys kind of making some contact back here, the 11 and the 48.
All right. Did you get that lap to go? We ought to be getting pretty close.
We have 7 to go.
Oh my goodness, we're closer than I thought. This is going to get crazy. I mean, if you thought the aggression was high before, here we go. We got Lieutenant Crunch leading the way with Captain Killen behind him, but none of these guys are content where they are at the moment. You know these guys are going to push and try to get every position that they can. Speaking of pushing for every position that they can, the 14 of Captain Killen making a move on the 88 of Lieutenant Crunch.
Yeah, he is. He's going to try to force his way for the lead. I don't know if that move was made a little bit too early, but he's definitely not wasting any time trying to make himself the leader here as they come to these closing laps of the race. I'll tell you what, my pick to click, the guy I'm looking at right now is that 43 of Shadowhawk. Kind of coming out of nowhere. Even the 12 of K-Bard has worked his way into the mix, but that 43, I think his aggression and his ability to kind of maneuver and make any line work may pay off.
Oh, big here. Block on the 88. The 14 tried to block the 88 on the front stretch there. Didn't quite work. The 88's going to get inside of him, and I think we have 5 to go. That 14's going to battle. Oh, a little bit door contact. These guys have got to be tired of racing each other all race. At that 48's back there just stalking, and to your credit, here comes the 43 of Shadowhawk. This is going to be a ridiculous finish. As they're now 3 wide for second.
For
oh, yeah, third. My bad.
Going for third. They're almost side by side for the lead.
Oh, here comes K-Bart.
Shadowhawk on the outside making a massive run. He's going to try to get right under there, or right behind Captain Killam. Side by side with Max Boost.
K-Bart up here trying to make some late race moves as he tried to get around that 43. It's not going to work this lap. And here comes Max Boost. Now the 88 is going to have the drafting help on the outside. Oh, and there goes the 4.
Oh, my goodness.
This is going to be crazy. How many, is this 3 or 4 to go? I've lost.
I believe we're going to be coming out of 3 to go.
Oh, 3 to go. This is going to be ridiculous. Let's get to here we go. Oh, he's in the wall. Let's get to Max Boost. We should be.
Yeah, we have 3 to go.
Oh, it's Max Boost. Now he's going to try to clear this 14 off of 2. Oh, the 43's in the wall behind him.
The 12
there goes the 12. How did he save that? Nice save by K-Bart. Oh, and he comes right back up the track. Is that a caution? That's a caution. That's not supposed to be a caution.
It's going to be an overtime green, white checker.
I mean, it's setting up an exciting thing, but K-Bart saved it. There's no way that should have been a caution.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, gives me fresh.
And the 43 really had a really nice run there on the eye line too. He was making it work, but that all panned out for that too of Kevin 1.0. He's worked his way up into the mix into the top 5 with these 4 in front of him. So maybe he has something in this overtime finish for the leaders.
So real quick here, Doc, do you pit or not? Do you take 4?
If I'm these guys up towards the front, I'm not pitting. I'm staying out. I'm doing exactly what I did in our truck race. I'm sticking to my guns, and I've already made my bed. If I'm probably P7 on back, I'm hitting pit road.
All right, so I'm assuming we're in overtime. If you could verify that, that'd be great. But we got the 88 Lieutenant.
Yes.
Awesome. So they just need to get back to the line, and then the next flag ends it as the 88 Lieutenant Crunch is going to power past the 48 of Max Boost. And it's just a hornet's nest back here. Everybody jockeying for position. That 14 of Captain Killam's trying to get back up here to make a move on the 88. But the Max Boost is going to ride that momentum on the outside. Now they need to settle this battle out here soon, or that 88 is going to drive away. And here comes the 2 of Kevin up to P3.
Yep, Kevin 1.0 coming out of nowhere, making it work.
Excuse me, I missed my cue as we have one to go.
You
Presented
already
by
heard
Credit
just
One
got put in
Bank.
the wall.
Oh,
Joe just got
everybody
put in the
save
wall.
it. Don't ruin this finish. It looks like everybody's going to save it. We stay green here. As the 88
beating and
Lieutenant
banging.
Crunch, this is the final corner. If you're going to make a move, now's the time to do it. Oh, did it?
Oh, no.
I quit.
They wrecked. They just wrecked coming. Yep,
quit.
they ended up, that's awful. That was such a good race, man. That was going to be such a great finish. But
Well,
it looked like the 308s did some of these guys back here. They kind of got into each other, beating and banging off each other, and unfortunately caused that late caution, and our race has retired. So Lieutenant Crunch 08, that 88 going to get back. You called it avenge with that 88 being a force to be reckoned with at the speedway.
I think I did call it, didn't I? No commentator curse here tonight.
No,
but,
not at all. Only for cautions, apparently.
Speaking of, that was a little anticlimactic there at the end. I'm still kind of upset with that. But anyways, do you have him on your friends list, or should we go blue screen for a second?
I can get him if you want.
Cool. Well, no, I still got to suggest them. Dag on it. We need to work. It's all good. So the viewers see a little bit of blue. That's fine. I want to find our race winner here. While I'm on the screen, you can't hear Doc, unfortunately. I'm sure he's got some opinions about the race. As I scroll down my list here, which gets ever longer the more races that I broadcast, and the invites out. So, Doc, what were something that you kind of took away from this race? Your biggest approval, your biggest disapproval, all that good stuff.
Well, we're gonna
never
go right
mind.
into this interview. I'll answer Revenge question a little bit later.
Well, he just jumped right in, adrenaline-filled and strawberry daiquiri belly full. Lieutenant Crunch,
yeah.
your race winner at Homestead, Miami. Crunch, how you feeling, bud?
I tell you what, it's been a rough start to the season. I thought all my luck wore off there at the end of last season, but I had a fast car tonight, and there were some cautions, and I just knew I had to stay out in front, and it just feels good, man. Good to know I can still win with all these other heavy hitters in here, too.
Now, I think we all know that you're good at Homestead, Miami, being the track that you won at last season to win the championship. But how confident were you coming into this season with all the changes that we've had to the Cup roster and the ability to kind of, I don't know, keep up with these guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like the Iowa, I started off the first two tracks so far this year. I was pretty confident in my season. Then the last two, especially Iowa, I missed the setup there, and I just wasn't sure what was going to happen because we got some really fast guys here. But I used the same setup I used for the championship race last year, and it seemed solid tonight, and it definitely pulled through.
I got to tell you, man, and I know you're absolutely happy with it, but that ending was a little anticlimactic. It left us with a little bit of wanting more. Do you think that 48 could have got you out of 4, or were you planning on his run and was going to block, or what? Talk us through the last quarter lap that didn't happen.
I was planning on him trying to get under me coming out of 2. I knew he was going to get a run, and I kind of shut that down. And he lost his momentum there, and I still think if that would have went green, I would have had it, because before the caution came out, I got my entry already into the turn, and I entered exactly like I wanted to. Unless I got a huge shot and moved, I really don't know if he was going to get around me, but you don't know. But that's why in this last couple cautions, I was making sure to have pit stops where I was coming out in the front, because I knew once that last lap went that there was a good chance there might be a caution, so I was being aggressive to try to stay in front.
All right, well, stay in front you did. Doc, what you got for a race winner?
Well, first and foremost, congratulations there, Crunch, on another great victory, another big win as we kind of progress here through the season. I guess my question is, what line do you prefer at this track? You just seem to be so dominant. Now you've gone back to back at Homestead. Do you prefer the high lane, or do you prefer sticking her down on the bottom? Because we saw that you were able to make both lines work tonight.
No, I definitely prefer the bottom. I personally can't really get the top to work until tires are gone for some reason. When tires are gone, I notice for whatever reason I can make a lot of passes on the high side. But I still think my bottom line, I run it a little bit differently than everybody else, and I feel like I'm a lot straighter coming out of the turns, and that also helps me in the longer run because I'm not normally hitting that glitch spot or, swerving way down the track. Normally I'm kind of solid coming up the track, so I definitely prefer that low line.
All right, well, you heard it here first. Lieutenant Crunch a lot straighter than the rest of the field. Crunch, anybody you want to shout out here before we get our runner-up in here?
Oh, everybody. I mean, I was happy with that race, racing Killam there. It felt like racing him again at that championship race, and we were both racing each other really hard there at the end because we knew how it worked out in the championship, that if you just wanted to be in front of the other one, So shout out to Killam, shout out to all these guys in there racing, and shout out to you guys for broadcasting everything. I love being able to go back and watch these races and watch all the different series and stuff, so thank you guys.
Yeah, man, I'm sure you'll go back and watch this one for sure. I know I should be done asking questions, but I got one left. How many strawberry daiquiris are going to be made tonight?
Oh, man. It's hard to find anything right now, to get anything to make them right now near my stores. I think I got a little bit left, so I might have enough for one, but I'll see.
Well, there you go. Well, once again, Lieutenant Crunch, Season 1 champion, Homestead Miami champion last season, defending his title here in Season 2. Lieutenant Crunch, I have a feeling I will be talking to you a lot more up here in the booth as you're just catching your momentum.
Thank you. It's been a while since I've been in the booth. I'm happy to be back.
All right, man. Well, take care. Doc.
Everybody, thank you.
Who was our second? Was it Max, or did the 43 Shadow sneak in there?
It was Max Boost.
All right. As we come down here, we're going to have to search for Max Boost real quick, get him an invite going. I'm just kind of rambling as we find him. All right, so assuming that he doesn't join us fast, what were kind of your takeaways from the race?
Yeah, I kind of alluded it there with the question I had for Crunch was just, probably my favorite thing about this track is the fact that you can have a lot of side-by-side racing. I mean, not just 2 wide, but 3 wide, and have everybody still be competitive. But obviously, cautions tonight were probably my my least favorite. As you had stated the entire race, some of these just phantom cautions coming out of nowhere for people saving it or barely clipping the wall. I feel like it kind of hurt the quality of the race because we had so many good battles and we had so much good racing tonight that the cautions just kind of ruined the excitement. But,
yeah, and to your point, we did have a lot of side-by-side racing and involved, and a lot of that was Max Boost. Max, welcome to the booth. I know you're one place away from where you wanted to be, as always. But how you feeling so far after that performance?
I mean, I feel like this track doesn't really work that well with the presets. You just like snap loose off to for no reason, and I know that caused a lot of the crashes and contact tonight. So like after a while it was a little frustrating, but then everybody seemed to adjust to it, and we had some excellent side-by-side racing those last 30-40 laps, I believe, and so that made up for it all. That was some great racing. We were side-by-side, like 3 rows deep for the lead. That was great. So overall, I'm feeling good. It was a good race. Second's great. I've missed a lot of races. I just need to get back on points.
Yeah, that's definitely something we mentioned during the broadcast, and we're sure that if you make the rest of the races, you'll probably be just fine anyways. But you kind of hit something there about the cautions. How are you feeling about the strict cautions at Miami? Was a little bit disappointing, especially more specifically there at the end on that last lap.
I mean, I don't know what happened behind us on that last lap, so it could have been a big wreck, or it could have just been somebody overcorrecting into the wall. But, I mean, I feel like strict cautions will work at other tracks, just not this one, because there's turn 2 warrants itself to too many crashes. So, I mean, maybe not have strict cautions on it this one, but, I mean, overall, it was still a fun night.
All right, well, definitely a learning experience as we go. Auto Club was an excellent race, but, you could argue that there's no loose off there. Doc, anything for our runner-up here?
First and foremost, once again, I want to congratulate you, Max, on, once again, a great run tonight. Another strong showing, another top placement. I don't really have a question. because I kind of had only one question tonight as far as like lane choice, whether it be top or bottom. But yeah, dude, I just want to congratulate you on everything you're doing right now. More than anything, I think what you're doing, obviously, getting a championship in MBN and obviously being a contender for us here in the NARL, and being our guy in NASCAR Heat Pro League preseason and having a lot of strong finishes and running very well there too in these qualifiers. It's just awesome to see. So congrats on that, and best of luck to you going forward.
I appreciate that. That really means a lot. I really thank you guys and all the support you've had for me through this journey, and that means a lot. You guys are really one of the best leagues out there. I appreciate that.
Well, in turn, that definitely means a lot coming from the, everything Doc has laid on you. No need to repeat it, even though it's worthy of repeating. Max, anybody you want to shout out here before we go ahead and end this thing?
Just, once again, shout out to you guys. I know it was probably frustrating to watch us crash all night, but, you guys sat through it and still put on a good commentary, and I appreciate that. And everybody who raced tonight, I appreciate, their skills and everything. It was a fun night otherwise, so just shout out to all you guys. You guys rock.
All right, well, high praise there from the other series champion. I don't know if it was appropriate or not. So, anyways, so definitely a lot of action on the track here tonight from our Cup guys. They were under strict cautions, but a series that may not have cautions in the near future. The Truck Series are battling it out tomorrow night. That's right, we're racing on a Tuesday, just like we have all season in the Truck Series. Doc, where are we going?
Hell, dude, I think we're going to Texas, right?
Texas! We're going to Texas Motor Speedway. We're going down there and one of the first mile and a halves built for speed anyways. The truck guys are going at it, and then, of course, the Xfinity. Well, I think the Xfinity guys are actually off. Their next race is Sunday. We'll see if the Texas bike gets us or anything like that. Doc, real quick, any expectations from that race tomorrow night?
I expect corner exit to be a lot like corner exit here at Homestead for these Cup guys at Texas. That Texas bite is going to get a lot of trucks. I mean, they're more stable than the Xfinity or the Cup cars, but man, I already know so many people are going to hit that seam and they're going to be flying through the infield grass, or they're going to be washing up and just smoking cars right off the front stretch. So, it's a fast track, but I'm probably going to compare it to our track or a race at Atlanta earlier in the season. I think that there's going to be, once again, a decent amount of cautions, and more than likely, it's actually, you know what? It's probably more of a foregone conclusion than Swamp Fox finishing in second place.
Even though he's not in the series.
I'm going to probably finish 18th or 19th tomorrow night, and I'm going to get taken out after being in the damn top 8 the entire race.
I don't know, man.
That's what's going to happen.
I feel like I'm the Swamp of the Truck Series. I just can't break through.
That's actually, I didn't even think about that, but you might be the Swamp Fox of the Truck Series.
Oh, man.
Always strong, always winning.
I've cursed myself out.
That's
anyways, well, thankful for the 3 people that are still tuning in here, because you've waited long enough for a special announcement, per se. We've got a brand new broadcaster taking over the Truck Series broadcast tomorrow night.
Do we?
Oh, we do. Now, should I just leave it on a cliffhanger, or should we tell the audience who is taking over?
Hey, man, you're the lead. I mean, if these people are waiting this long, they should probably know.
You're right, and it's only 3 people, so you've earned it. Big Jim! Big Jim is going to be calling the Truck Series from here on, if I didn't misinterpret his text. Do great, and he'll call an Avenged Fell victory tomorrow night.
Oh, will he?
I was going to say no protest from Doc, but anyways. All right, we'll tune in here tomorrow night. We're going to Texas and the Truck Series. Big Jim making his lead commentary debut. We've talked long enough, so I'm just going to go ahead and end it.